everyone, it is me. It's luckily ASMR, and most of you know, and I know for a fact, that Ramble videos are usually not videos that people particularly look for and or enjoy, specifically because it's sometimes weird either to listen to a random person or just because some people don't know how to talk about interesting things. I can't say I do, but still. And a lot of other factors that are just personal preference in a lot of ways. But for me, it is something that I probably need sometimes, both because I kind of need a video in which I can relax and just talk to you guys in a way and like talk about stuff that might be on my mind. So similarly to what I do with my Serbian video, I'll likely be doing like a ramble periodically whenever I want to, just because it gives me that one video per not per month to say in that way, but that video that I need to just have myself relax and lay back literally, next to the wall and talk to you guys in more of a different manner. But yeah, that's basically what this video will be. And if you're interested in like talking with me and listening to me ramble, either for relaxation purposes or like, if you just want to hear a story or stories, I'd be very thankful. In any case, let's start right off. It's been quite the road, honestly. Currently at 4.6 thousand subscribers. 4.6 thousand subscribers. And damn, that is I'm not gonna say impossible number in that sense, but like, I remember both at the very beginning when I was like at 100 subscribers, getting to 1,000 was not only a gigantic hassle in a lot of ways, because I had to make quite a bit of content to ever get to it, but more so because it felt like it was unreachable at the time. It felt like I would be taking it would take me years to get to that number, and thankfully it didn't. But it's quite unreal when I look at it this way, because I don't know, it's not that I undervalue myself in some ways, that I think my content is bad. If I did think so, I wouldn't make it. But measuring it by the number of people that watch my videos regularly and the number of people that just decide not to click on a lot of my videos, it does like send a message of being not being at the highest level of quality, which is, understandable for someone that's quite new to this entire, not only genre but area, both YouTube and being a content creator and ASMR and like everything in general. It's definitely quite different. So getting to a number like 4,500 or 4,600 now is really a dream come true in a lot of ways. And I know that there's a long road ahead, and I love when I get comments from people telling me they already see me at 100,000 and such, and like I would love to see myself at that point with you guys there to enjoy everything that entails in a lot of ways. Because like getting to 100k will, when I get to it, not if, when I will get to it, will probably allow me to have a lot more quality content, a lot more resources than I have now, and in general allow me to be a different content creator to what I am right now. Not saying that I am a bad creator in any way. I never critique myself. I'm kidding. I critique myself all the time. But yeah, thank you all for getting me this far. It's really fantastic and fascinating, and just I can't really describe it at times. I was baffled when I was at 1K, then at 2K, then I was baffled when I suddenly, now that I'm suddenly at 4.5K, because it's just happening so extremely fast. Like, I know my girlfriend tends to like ask me what's the problem, because sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I got 100 subscribers in a day, oh my god, that's so much, and like I panic in a way. It's not like I it's a bad thing, and I'm like, no, why 100 subscribers? It's more like a surprise, like a larger burden in a way, like 100 people in a single day trusted me with their subscription feed and wanted me to be a part of it and to give them the content that they want. And that just it's really weird to have that sort of power, and that sort of as Spider-Man would say, with great power comes great responsibility. And yeah, it's definitely quite the experience in a lot of ways. So it's completely unique in that sense, and I just can't shake the entire part as every time that something spikes, that some of my videos becomes more popular in a day, or gets released and is instantly popular, or the I will make you tingle video, which is at way too many views right now. Way too many views. Trust, like, I look at it and I see 230,000 views, and I'm like, like it's miraculous in a lot of ways. So yeah, it's quite the thing in every single way. And of course I couldn't do any of it without you guys, especially a lot of you which have been following me from the very start, the first 1,000, even the first 100, that are still, some of you are still here supporting me, and I sometimes people like you, my Japanese friend, let's say it like that. I still hate saying fan, and I still hate saying follower, but Japanese subscriber. She apologized to me for not commenting on some of my recent videos, and I felt bad about it, in the sense that, like, I don't want people to feel obliged that they need to do that. Like, of course I love it when people repeatedly and constantly like to enjoy my content and watch all of my videos and comment on some of them. I appreciate that very much, and it's really nice of all of you that do that. It helps me out a lot, and it gives me a lot of information on what you guys enjoy. That depends. If you comment on every video and say that you like every video, then that doesn't tell me that, but you get the gist. But yeah, I don't want any of you to feel obliged to have to do anything like that. It's just something that, it's entertainment and relaxation, something that is up to you, and you can enjoy it in your own time when you want to. You can go and binge all of my videos at once in a month if you want. Like, it's something that you can do, and I definitely wouldn't mind. But yeah, thank you all again for everything, for your continued support, for giving me this type of platform to share everything that I feel and that I want to show you guys, and for allowing me to grow in such a way, both as a person, as an entrepreneur in some ways, and as someone that wants to make the world a much better place than it is right now. But yeah, I think that's about it as far as I want to talk about the channel. Some things have been happening outside of my channel, like my personal life in general. University is still going. We're currently on a 2-week break, where we can just basically, excuse me, for some other stuff, and people that it's an exam period, and the people that need to do their exams should. But I finished all my exams in time, so I don't have to do any, and I just get to get ready for everything that's coming soon. Since this is the April exam period, and the last one once the year is over is in June, so we have about a month. January, February, March, April, May, June, and I think it starts like the 6th of June or something like that. So basically, once April is over, we have 1 month of classes and other stuff, and then we have the exam period. So yeah, I have quite a lot to get ready for, since a lot of it is projects that we need to work on, and I haven't started a lot of them. Some of them I've thought up, but a lot of them I haven't really done much. So I'm probably going to take this period to do that, and that's why I'm pre-recording this. This will be released. I oftentimes don't pre-release stuff and don't schedule stuff and stuff like that. I'm lazy as hell, and I'd rather do one per day than do 3, because it can be really exhausting at times. This is one of the rare occasions, just because I'm going to be out of town, and without this entire setup and without this, hopefully, so I can both take a break from that and in general take a break from everything and do what needs to be done. Not necessarily because I've been feeling under pressure. It's quite the opposite. I've been feeling quite great. I've been quite relaxed. I've been able to do everything that I've wanted in the last few months, and not be under any amount of pressure by anyone. So it definitely felt nice. Of course, there were still a lot of chores. I was still somewhat under pressure, but I always managed to get out of every situation completely fine. So it's definitely nice in that way that I can just casually get through it in a lot of ways. But yeah, some of the things that have changed since I last talked about myself quite a bit is, I don't remember if I talked about the new company that we'd be working for, but we got hired by a new company, and we're working now. At least we're trying to. Well, it's been going okay, sort of. Like our boss. Why do I want to try and say it as a feminine, because she's a woman, but there's no boss woman. I don't know. That's just boss. But our boss, she's really a really nice person. She's quite understanding. She gives us the resources that we need, the feedback that we need. She's in a lot of ways, she just helps us. She's not putting us under a ton of pressure, because the thing that is keeping us under pressure is the contract that we signed, and the fact that we can just be fired at any moment, because that's just how it works, and we're fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. Just because that is what I signed up for, and we're supposed to deliver. So I understand her in that sense, and I'm glad that she is in that type of way. And yeah, we've been doing okay, thinking up new game ideas, working on them and everything. Our programmer has been quite lazy. Unfortunately, he works in a part-time manner, despite the fact that we kind of arranged it so that we wouldn't. We talked about like the options that we had as a team, which ways we could work, and one of them was for him to do part-time and us to do it just the same. But that was an option for if we were going to work for the same company that we did before. And since we decided on not doing that, and instead got a full-on contract that requires almost an entire work week to properly do everything and make the contract valid, it's really I don't want to say it's it's not childish, what's it called? Immature. It's immature of him to act like this. Like, it's not the first time that he's been acting in this type of way. He oftentimes acts like sort of a child, like, I don't want to do that, that's too annoying and such. And it's really baffling to me that someone can misunderstand a job that much. A job isn't something, a project, a free project that you do for yourself. It's something that a company has tasked you with doing, with a financial backing and a literal clause that tells you you need to do that in this month, that many times, in this sort of way. And saying no, or being like, yeah, I can't do that, I don't want to waste my time, is like saying, I want to get fired, I don't want this job, despite it being really good and a really good opportunity and giving us the monetary compensation which we lack. It's insane to me, honestly, in a lot of ways that he can act that way. And the problem is that he can act that way because without him, we can't really make a game. We can find a different programmer, maybe, but they probably wouldn't know to do the same things that he does, though he also at times has no idea what to do. So it's a really annoying cycle, but the thing is, he can't do anything without us either, but it's still more of his power because our part is when looked at from an outside perspective, thinking up games, writing them down and passing them on, and then doing some minor edits and stuff like that in a game after it's basically done, is a lot less necessary when compared to actually making the game, programming it, putting in all the necessary code for it to work properly. It just looks like it's not that useful, despite the fact that it is as useful as his job. But yeah, it's quite annoying in that sense, but I think we'll work it out. We're supposed to talk about it very soon, and we'll see how it goes by the end of this month. But yeah, that's what happened. And on the other side, something a bit like, I'm gonna say it's not that it's sad, but it's kind of bad. I went to a handmakers convention sort of thing, where it's like it's an open shop. I forgot what those are called. It's like a piazza, a marketplace, whatever, for handmade stuff. And my girlfriend she makes handmade books, and along with a friend of hers that I just met then, we went to this marketplace, and we thought we would have quite a success and we would get something out of it. It ended up being basically a disaster. I don't know I can't even name all of the things that went bad, but it's like we firstly blew a bunch of money just because we needed to get there. It cost us, it's not a lot, but in the sense of how much my girlfriend makes from each book, it's around $60, just $60 in general, to both get there by bus for both me and her, and to pay for the stand and everything else that we had there. And so you need to make a profit on those get even on those $60 and get a profit from that. The problem is there was so little people in the marketplace. Like, they told us that it was basically the smallest amount of people they'd ever seen, and barely anyone was looking at her stuff, and it was really disheartening for her and for me, because I know that she makes wonderful stuff, that she makes really nice books, and that they deserve more love. But a lot of people just came in, they either glanced at it and went over it, or some people just came in, they were like, this is cool, and then went over. Like, if it's cool, why not buy it? It's quite cheap, especially the small books that she makes are how much is that? $3? Yeah, $3 or so, 2.5 basically. And I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand what the problem was, and it was just really disheartening, especially since her friend that was with us, she sells jewelry, handmade jewelry, and she also didn't do that well, but at least she made back what she invested and a bit more. But we didn't, she didn't, she just wasted a bunch of money to go there and gain almost nothing. She gave out a few cards, what are they called? Visit cards, I don't know what they're called, info cards. So some people may visit her Instagram and like buy them from there or something, or maybe get a personalized one. But in general, it was just really disheartening, the entire experience, and annoying in a lot of ways. And like, in my head, I know the reasons why it is so. The jewelry is in general something a lot more commonplace and that people oftentimes buy for themselves, so it's a lot easier to sell than it is for books, handmade books especially. And I also understand that people are probably, when looking at jewelry, they probably don't think they can get it personalized, while when they look at books they probably want it to be personalized in a lot of ways. And it's really annoying that it just doesn't work that way in a marketplace setting. But yeah, it was quite disheartening in a lot of ways, so I've been helping her kind of cope with that. And you know, like getting to in such a situation when you're working in a way which you love your work, you love doing handmade stuff, and just being so getting so disheartened by people just not being interested in that way. I completely understand it, and that would be like if I made a video that I was extremely proud of and like 100 people watched it, I would be fuming, literally fuming. Like, I mean, that did kind of happen with the Spanish guide video, but I also understood that that video wasn't for everyone, so it was fine, but you get the point. So yeah, it was definitely very, very annoying in that way, and I hope we don't have to experience that, and that she can get through it, and she can grow her business in the way that she wants to. Of course, share some love with her. She is Blueberry Books on Instagram, blueberry dot books, but with it's just BLUBERY, not the proper spelling, just single letters, except books, which of course has two O's. So check her out, help her out if you can. That would mean the world to her and to me. And yeah, I'll probably just leave the link to her page in the description, so look at that if you're interested. But yeah, that's about it. Honestly, not much else has been happening. I've been playing Dark Souls. I finished the first part. I'm now annoying myself with the second part. And if any one of you has played those, why is one so much better than two? Like, I can't explain to you how much I fumed at the beginning of two. It was so slow and clunky, and I was just so annoyed. And hopefully, I honestly can't wait to play three, to finish two, so I can play three. Just because it's quite obviously the two is obviously the worst of the three, and I'm currently actually watching a series of a lot of videos, a 12-hour long series of firstly I watched a guy roast Dark Souls 2, I mean critique it, very validly critique it. Then there's a video of another guy making the counter argument to that video, which lasted like an hour and a half, and I didn't watch it, but this last guy who made a 12-hour series is dissecting the counter, the guy that countered the first guy, and basically talking through all of the points that he made, and telling and literally analytically, logically, and very, very soundly explaining to us why they are stupid, and they are so goddamn stupid. His points are unbelievably stupid, and as as a game designer, I just feel like my brain hurts whenever he says something that is so invalid and makes no sense. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it actually, which is fascinating. I don't usually enjoy watching really long stuff, but this has kept me going, both because his narration is really good, his explanations are top notch, his analytical and research skills are fantastic, and he is quite the competent person in a lot of ways. Like, you can hear it when he talks that he's trying really hard to make this into a, and that's why he makes them so long, so he can do it in a very proper way, which is something that I very much appreciate. Sorry, but yeah, that is about it for me, honestly, guys. I had to get all of that off my chest and make this sort of more chill video with you guys, so I could chill with you rather than being kind of stagnant and like, what's it called? And having my back hurt. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave me a comment on what you thought about all the stuff that I talked about, and if you'd like me to talk about something else. And I will see you guys in my next video.